Hey, welcome to today's video. I hope you are well. Now, if you are new to cryptocurrency and you'd like to learn more, hit that subscribe button and press that bell button. We're going to talk about Palm Beach. Wow, it's back. I'm a bit late on this, but ultimately I want to give you my honest thoughts about this. We've been in the industry for so long. I've seen this around. I've been around it. I've seen it. I've seen... that hype, that marketing, that bullshit that goes on in the market to get people to buy coins, ultimately to take your money. So, without further ado, let's go. Let's start. So, hi, welcome to the channel. If you're new to it, obviously subscribe. Links below, premium chat. I have one, 99 pence to start. Honestly, we do live Zooms, we do all kinds of cool stuff and funky trade recommendations, doing pretty well. 33% up on one of them over the start of the week, so pretty good. But that's 99 pence, guys. This is the sort of thing that is a lot of money and people will honestly pay it. They will pay anything for the secret sauce that doesn't exist. Annoys me. So, let's look at it. Why am I passionate about this? Because I recently did a talk at Distributed Ledger conference in Manchester, and one of the things that we said, and it raised people's eyebrows, was there's a lot of cowboys in the industry in the educational phase trying to scam you of the secrets that don't actually exist. We have a course, Learning Crypto Limited, as a company. It's £99. It teaches you the basics of how to do things very, very quickly in about 6 or 7 hours. Absolutely everything in basics, from how to do all the stuff that this person will probably give you on a plate for a lot of money, a severe amount of money. And it's all hype marketing. 5 coins to 5 million. Palm Beach as an organisation, as a newsletter, is relatively expensive. It's in the 4-figure bracket. It's absolutely crazy when you look at how much it is. And it's all a funnel. It's a funnel to trick you, to get you in, and all previous results of obvious runs, home runs in the market, because that's what the market was like then. Anyone could have picked them, and it will be a very large sum of money. I remember it back in the day with it over 4 figures to get involved in this, and all it was someone saying, this is what you need to buy it. And this is absolutely boggling. So I'm just flicking through it now and we'll go through it, but I want to just make you aware that I'm not the only one thinking that this is a little bit too good to be true. So if you look at the original video where it came out, where it's an interview, London Real did this one, and you just have to look at the comments, and I'll be the first one to say, don't give this guy a dime. It took me longer than it should have. Realised the data shared by Palm Beach is not worth the price of the admission. There's a hefty price with it, guys. It's not the sort of thing that you should be doing. Not gambling, just very well researched information. Anyone can research any investment. It doesn't matter. They cannot control the market. They cannot manipulate in such a way to make it go up. It doesn't matter. It's advice. It's all flops. It's all flump. There we go. Get that word out. Honestly, you need to learn the educational side, and he's absolutely bang on. Give a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day. You need to teach them how to fish themselves and feed themselves, essentially. That's what you need to do. Huge scammer. It's well known, yet you give him the platform. People are pissed. People are pissed because it's back. Same old thing. Buy this newsletter. You'll get it. Updates. The next big thing. More often than not, the next big thing is paid for by the coin or the investment, whatever market it's in. Buy X coin. Cool. We'll give you X amount of money to promote it in your newsletter. Cool. Thank you. They know that they're going to get pump. They know that people will buy it because the sheep followers. But ultimately, what will happen is the people, the developers of that coin, will then dump it on everyone else, and then you're wrecked. So many people would have got absolutely completely toasted by the 2018 bear market. We're still in that relatively kind of in the alt season, still in that bearish turn. So you just see here, just such a huge amount of respect for you I have for you, Brian. I'm not into cheap marketing funnels. I was under the impression that London Real isn't either. Bring this man on the show, spread the futile promises of an utterly disrespectful towards your audience. Such a cheap and insulting move. Wow. It's unbelievable. It's a really bad industry for having paid shills. And you've got to disclaim it, you've got to show it, you've got to do all kinds of stuff. And yes, some coins that they may be recommended will be the obvious ones that will probably hit a home run. But it all depends on your research. If you know how to find them, go ahead. But you shouldn't be into that space of, or that mindset of getting signals from other people, other organisations that are getting a lot of money from you, from a lot of people, just to make calls. But they're probably not even investing themselves. But let's put it this way. He talks a good talk. Okay, if you listen to him talk, very, very articulate. He knows the industry. But when you put it into context that he is recommending coins based off just research with no ultimate grounding around what could happen with those coins and getting a hefty fee for every single person involved, it's a little bit scammy. Now, when I look at it as an educator, we don't make any disclaimers on how much people could make. We just teach people the how. We're not going to teach you, oh, this is what you need to do to get this amount of money. There's no disclaimers because we're going to be an accredited course. That's our aim. We're going for that assessment criteria. We're just teaching people how to do the research, what to look for, how to avoid the scams, how to be safe with your investments, how to use a wallet, what wallet to what. Why shouldn't you put things on an exchange? Those are the sort of things that people forget and they don't learn. But what they will do, they'll forget about a very, very cheap course. Even like looking on YouTube, you can get all the information for free. But ultimately, they will just forget all that and they'll go, huh, he's going to tell me how I'm going to make $100,000 in 3 months by putting $1,000 into a few coins. It's all bollocks, basically. Learn the basics before you start jumping into things like this. But ultimately, you can do it all yourself with very little expense by just knowing what to do. And then just build it up. So let's have a little look at this as a sales page. Now, yes, it's free because it's always free. It's a sales funnel. It's a entrepreneur method. It's a formula. All the little buzzwords in there. 5 coins to 5 million. Crypto events. It's crazy. Free access. There's always free access to courses. There's always free access to events with a massive hefty upsell. And oh, because you've arrived on that day, it's now discounted at whatever 997 or 447. Stupid prices, you know. So this here, over 100 billionaires and wealthy investors are buying into the frenzy of a rare crypto phenomenon. 100% guaranteed to happen. Is it? Is it 100% guaranteed to happen? I don't know. Maybe not. It's not 100%. The last time it occurred in 2016, we won't see it again until 2024. You could have turned $500 into $5 million in 10 months. Well, yeah, if you bought the right coin, but ultimately, not all coins did it. Very, very rare. I turned a lot of money from very, very little money. Or I turned little into a lot. But that was because I timed it right. Timing was everything. I knew how to time the market. I knew when to buy Bitcoin above a certain moving average. You can watch my other videos, you'll find out which one. And I did the same with the alts. Altcoins just went crazy. I was in Ethereum for $14. And I sold at like 400 and something, whatever it was. Can't remember. It was a lot. But it went a lot higher. I just took profits. Ultimately, if you got in that market at the start of 2017, you win. It just happened. Same, I think, now. If you start looking at buying these lows in BTC pairings, you're going to make more Bitcoin in the long term because they are very, very low if you've done your research. Now, massive, massive, massive elements of just timing. Timing the market right, which is also giving me that bullish feeling in my belly. Not because I'm hungry, just because I think if he's appeared again, something's about to happen. So take with it with a massive pinch of salt, but do not invest. Why would you? Why would you pay a load of money to get involved in something that is fabrication in terms of speculation? Okay, as in, we don't know what's going to happen. There's institutions at play. There's other factors, ETFs, Bakkt, for example. There's futures contract trading, BitMEX, other leverage markets. We do not know what's going to happen. We don't. But people like this apparently do know the secret sauce, and you must pay them for it. So be very, very mindful of that. Now, other things to mention. It may never happen again. Just kind of covered that. The boom of that and the second boom. I don't remember the second boom of that. Was I dead at that time? Or was that just a shorting boom? Just press the short button. Now, ultimately, this is a controversial video. I know that. But I'm passionate about people trying to fleece other people who are in a less educational position. Not to insult anyone, but people with the lack of education or they're new to the market, a very, very like shiny object at stuff like this. A very good sales funnel does it. But these are just numbers on a sheet. Doesn't matter. There's no proof of it. There's no actual gratification of, oh my god, this is definitely going to happen again. It's just results. We know with technical analysis, it's past data. That's what it's based off. There's only one chart that gives you the full information straight away present, which is a 1 minute time frame. What's happening there and then? Today, what's happening? Not a lot. It's pretty crap. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 months, the next 12 months, the next 36 months. We just don't know. But what I will tell you is this. If you put the time and effort to educate yourself, to feed yourself in this market, you will become very wealthy because you know how to do it. You know how to buy low, sell high and compound it up and grow your wealth. Same as a stock market. People did that back in the day when Amazon was low, Apple was low, Tesla was lower, all that kind of good stuff. So be mindful of that. I'm going to end now. Don't do it. That's all I'm going to say. Educate yourself. Doesn't matter how you do it. Do it for free. Get on a cheap, undervalued course, or not so much undervalued, but a very good, valuable course, and you'll go a long way. So that's today's video. If I get an email from this person saying, I don't care, ultimately, be careful. There's going to be people like this all around the world. Little education will go a long way. See you next week.